Hi Fantasy Managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. So in this video we're going to go through differential. Differential is going to be anything under 5% owned. We're looking at game week 24 and beyond that. So we've got quite a few players to look at. I'm not saying that these players you should definitely be owning, but they're definitely options if you want to do something different, break the template, look at some players that are very lowly owned. Could be getting ahead of the curve. These are the players that I would select and pick out for you. So if you enjoyed this video, click on a like. Remember, hit that subscribe button. Lots more content, free hit wildcard videos coming out. In the meantime, let's get into it. Hi Fantasy Managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. So in this video we're going to go through differential. Differential is going to be anything under 5% owned. We're looking at game week 24 and beyond that. So we've got quite a few players to look at. I'm not saying that these players you should definitely be owning, but they're definitely options if you want to do something different, break the template, look at some players that are very lowly owned. Could be getting ahead of the curve. These are the players that I would select and pick out for you. So if you enjoyed this video, click on a like. Remember, hit that subscribe button. Lots more content, free hit wildcard videos coming out. In the meantime, let's get into it. Game week 24, then let's have a look at those differentials. When we talk about differentials, we're looking at players that have a total ownership of under 5% by everyone in an FPL. Those fixtures this week, then, there's a few games that you'd like to target. I mean, Spurs aim to Southampton, plus Burnley, Man U. But the differentials we're looking at are certainly going to be not just for one game week, much longer term. I'm not suggesting that these are players that you should definitely bring into your side, but they're players that could possibly make a difference in your mini leagues, depending on your team's layout, who you want to bring, enablers, some of these. They can make a big difference if they hit off, and we think these are probably the players that are most likely as differentials to be those players to make a difference. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at goalkeepers first of all. Pickford, great fixtures coming up. Burnley away, Southampton, Leeds, Watford. Definitely the opportunity, especially with that new managerial bounce that hopefully they're going to be getting with Lampard there. New faces coming in. Hopefully Pickford, 4.9 is a decent price as well. Only kept 3 clean sheets. There's a reason why all these players are differentials. But they've just not done well up until this point. But it's looking forward, getting ahead of the curve that you're going to get those points. That's why they're differentials. So goals conceded 1.7, not great at all. 2.3 points per 90. Not great, but he's nailed on. Good fixtures. Everton, are they going to turn a corner? It's going to be a defining period. They've got those fixtures. He could make quite a difference. Next up, I quite like, he's a bit more expensive, and that's of course Nick Pope. It's difficult with that Watford game at home. Obviously, that's going to fall into game week 23. So after that, he's got Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea in the next 5 difficult games. Obviously, kept a clean sheet away at Arsenal, so that was a great result. 2.3% owned, hardly owned at all. 4 clean sheets. Goals conceded 1.7, average points 2.4. Not great again. The one thing I would like about Pope, not those fixtures, don't like those at all, but the fact compared to some other sides, he's playing up to 25% more games than everyone else. So I think they play 4 games less than Manchester City. So those are all going to go into double game weeks. What an opportunity for Pope to pick up a lot of points in that time. For that reason alone, he could be an option. I'm not sure just yet whether I want to bring him in. Possibly after that Chelsea game might be an option. He's certainly on the radar though. You know what? You couldn't blame Burnley at home. They could get some clean sheets there. So much to play for. Who knows? Pope could be the one. Let's have a look. Moving into defence. Player that's just come back, James Justin, 4.9. Good price. Fixtures don't look great. Leicester haven't been particularly impressive in terms of their defensive sort of stability either. Look at that ownership. 0.1%. Hardly anyone owns him. He does blank as well, so that's got to put you off. Goal threat, very little to go on, but we know from previous seasons how good he can be. So no goal involvement, just a 1 point per 90 in the game he's played, but he is getting back to full fitness. He could be a really interesting player moving forward. Look at that ownership, tiny. Don't mind benching him for 4.9 either. Could act as an enabler too. So Cucurella, he looks really nice. He's got some great fixtures. Blanking a game at 24, but after Watford away, he's got the Man U game, Burnley, Villa, Newcastle. I like those fixtures. Hardly owned at all as well. 6 clean sheets. Wow, that's really impressive. 0.15, not the greatest goal involvement, but averaging over 3 points per 90. Goal involvement 5.1. He looks really nice, and he's absolutely nailed in that Brighton side. So he's definitely an option and one to keep on the watch list. Then we've got 8 Nori. Again, Wolves absolutely brilliant in defence this season so far. Arsenal at home, they've got Leicester at home, then Tottenham, Everton, Palace, nice fixtures, West Ham. Just don't concede many goals. 4.3 is just a brilliant price for 8 Nori. 5 clean sheets, goal involvement's okay, 0.51. Points per 90 is really good at 4.9. Goal involvement's 3. I really think at 4.3, what an enabler, what a differential at 1.3 owned. In a Wolves defence, which just is not conceding many goals, he looks great. If he continues to get the minutes, I think he's a really good option. It'll be either Max Kilman or him. He probably provides a slightly more attacking threat. I really like him. Then we have Darlow. Remembering, of course, Wan-Bissaka out at the moment. I have to keep an eye on when he comes back. But those are some great fixes for Man United. Only 2.6% owned. I was a bit surprised. Guessing for a Man United defender costing 4.5. Mainly because Wan-Bissaka has got that place possibly up for grabs. It seems to be nip and tuck between the two of them. Maybe Dalot gets the nod. Not much goal involvement. 3 clean sheets. 3.4 per 90. I think he was a bit unlucky in one game. I think he almost got the assist where Ronaldo hit it against the keeper, came back to him and scored. Didn't get the assist for that. But apart from that, he has an attacking threat. Not seen a lot of it. But if he can get a place in that Man U side, 4.5 million looks really good. With those fixtures, brilliant. Then we move on to the next one. Schlupp. Real outsider, again, 0.1% ownership. Good fixtures away at Norwich, Brentford. Don't mind benching him Chelsea, Man City. Then Burnley at home as well. That looks really good. 2.1 stocks per 90. That's really good. XGI is good for a player with his only cost 5.4, remember. 2.2 points per 90 and a 3 goal involvements. He looks decent. If you were saving money, Gallagher would be a preferred choice. But again, as a differential, Schlupp could be an option. I think he looks really nice. Not a player I've seen. It always passes the eye test for me. Not one I really looked at and considered too deeply. But as a differential, don't mind benching him for that. Played the last 490 as well. He seems to be in favour of Vieira. Could be an option. Bit of a wild card. Bit of a loose cannon. Could be Schlupp. Then we move into a Langas player I'm sure we've all had a look at. Very lowly owned again. Now with the news about Mason Greenwood, possibly does that open the door for Langas to keep his place in that Man U side. Burnley, Southampton, Leeds, Watford. As we saw earlier on with Dalot, this guy's got some great fixtures. 2.49 shots per 90. Good goal involvement. Playing very high up the park. Listed midfielder. 2.8 per 90. 1 goal involvement. That was a goal obviously he scored. I think this again, 4.8 looks good. I think you have to accept that he's going to get some sort of rotation. But again, those fixtures, 4.8, could be worth a punt. Then we have Cornet. Again, looking at Burnley side, it's going to be these double game weeks. He's going to be heavily relied on, you feel, for Burnley. They've just brought in Vigors, but Cornet's been getting a lot of these goals for them. Total ownership, less than 1%. Shots per 90 is good. XGI is fine. Points per 95 is really impressive. 6 goal involvements, most of those being goals. Cornet looks good, 5.9. With those, that amount of double game weeks, just by playing in them, he's picking up a lot of points. Only thing that will worry me is his injury record. Will he get the minutes? He's going to be crucial, you feel, to Burnley's survival chances, though. Cornet, I quite like him. And then we have Raheem Sterling, not a cheap, 10.8. Players coming back from AFCON, you would worry a little bit with Mahrez now competing for him, but he's been in favour with Pep's side for a little while now. 3.8% total ownership. Good fixtures coming up. 2.7 goal and shots per 90. Great XGI, 0.84. Brilliant. 4.2 points per 90. 8 goal involvements. If you can bring him in. The problem is if you've got Salah, possibly De Bruyne is a better option. At 10.8, he just feels quite expensive. But what a differential. If you want to go him instead of De Bruyne, couldn't argue with that. Or even a Bruno. Just those fixtures look really nice, especially the next two. And hardly owned at all. Big differential. Calvert-Lewin then, surprised that he's under 5%. He's obviously coming back to full fitness. If you think now that Lampard's signing a few players, no one really still competing up front with Calvert-Lewin. He's still going to be that spearhead up there. Great fixtures he's got. Over 3 shots per 90. That's really high. Great XGI. Points per 90, 4.3. Goal involvement 3. But we know he's missed so much this season. 7.9. I think he's a great option. I really do. If I was wildcarding, if I looked for a striker, I don't think I'd look much further than Calvert-Lewin. All these reinforcements, he just looks even more an attractive proposition. I really like him. He'd be top of my list at the moment. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, click that subscribe button. Let me know, are you bringing any of these players in? Any differentials? Who are you looking to bring in for Game Week 24 and beyond? In the meantime, take care. Speak to you soon.